Gunna and Weezy. As you know, Weezy is a big proponent of Gunna's music in his back catalog. So it's crazy, especially given that Young Thug, or at least whoever was managing his account, we don't even know if it was Thug, because you're not necessarily allowed to have a phone in jail, or at least I've heard. I've never been to prison, as y'all probably can assume, but maybe he does have a phone in there. I don't know. Maybe, I'm sure he can sneak it in pretty easily. But at the same time, he might be under watch, because if he has a phone, he's making phone calls, he can call another hit. The government's probably going to think, at least. Or like he can try and finesse something to get him out of jail. Like they don't want any sort of communication with the outside. But as I was saying, so after Young Thug's account like posted Gunna or put his link in their bio, kind of like as a somewhat of a cosign, or at least that's what people thought, Weezy, who associates with all those people, he's cool with all of them, he told a fan, let's see, somebody sent them, yeah, don't share that Dirk album, it is what it is, free slime, stand on biz, fuck rats. The fan says, don't burn bridges. If Thug himself says fuck Gunna, I won't be mad at anyone, but for now it seems y'all just gonna regret this shit. You lost, he said. So maybe Weezy knows something that we don't, that Thug does not actually mess with Gunna anymore. Or this could just be the stampede that, like, there's gonna be a splitting of the music industry. People that mess with Gunna and people that don't. And I also think that people who still are friends with Gunna are gonna think twice before they collab with him again, because of whatever you interpret that he did. If you think he's a snitch, or maybe the fact that you know that other people think he's a snitch, especially Weezy. And I feel like that's the opposite of a cosign. Like if Weezy don't mess with you and you collab with Gunna, he's not going to work with you anymore. And he's like a hit maker. So it's definitely going to make some problems for sure. You're telling me Gunna a rat? I mean, in the documents, I'm not going to lie, he did say that he admitted in a statement that YSL was a gang. So when you say that, and then Young Thug, we've already gone over it. If Young Thug's the leader of the YSL, the label, legally you can assume, or you can have an argument at least. I don't know how they're going to prove it. We'll see. Young Thug might have really good lawyers, but they might be able to prove that he was the leader of the label. I mean, the gang as well. And so that might screw him. But again, I'm going to wait. Personally, I don't care. I'm going to listen to Gunna's music just because I'm not necessarily, if it's good, at least if it's good, I'm going to listen to his music and check it out, because I'm not in the street shenanigans. So it really doesn't matter to me. I wouldn't necessarily get involved in that. But if I signed to a label and then all of a sudden there's like gang operations and they're asking names, I'm like, shit, I didn't even know anything about this. So why would I not snitch, you know? I'm not trying to go to jail for, how long has Gunna or Thug been in jail? Like 2 years at this point? Over a year, definitely. I'm not sitting in jail, potentially getting butt fucked by a huge motherfucker. No, sir. Taking showers with other men. You drop the soap. Shit, I'm bringing my own body wash, gel, so that if I drop a little bit, I don't care. I'll just squeeze out more in my hand. What was I even saying, though? Oh yeah, I might even consider snitching. But again, we'll see what Young Thug does. If Young Thug comes out and cosigns, I feel like since he's King Slime or whatever, he's a huge OG in music, then maybe it won't matter. Gunna will be fine publicly. Maybe Thug, even if he did snitch, will come out and be like, that's my homie. Like, he just did what he had to do to get out of jail personally, and he did nothing. So, of course, why would he adhere to street codes when he never claimed that? He was just YSL, the label. You know? He knew what he was getting himself into. I don't know, man. I feel like when you are a rapper, of course, you know that there's gang activity a lot of times. Not to be that guy, but come on, it's all in the lyrics. And so, of course, you kind of got to play along with it. But if Gunna's not out here toting guns, and maybe he does, I don't know. I've seen him with whippets. Do you consider that a gun? It's a CO, or it's a NO2 gun, a nitrous oxide gun. but I've never seen him with like an actual physical AK-47 or Glock in a music video. So if he's not doing any of that, can we assume that he knew what he was getting into? I don't know. Or maybe he signed and then realized like what Young Thug was doing, because it just comes to the territory. I feel like if you collab with anybody in the rap game, you're bound like at least 50% of the time that that person was in some sort of legal trouble, you know? Thug is done either way. I don't know, man. He was smiling in the courtroom like a few months back, so maybe he's got something up his sleeve. They might pull in at the very end, his lawyer being like, objection. Young Thug, I don't know. He has some sort of 21 Savage. Jay-Z just needs to hop in and do what he did to 21 Savage and get his lawyers, because he can pay him $1 billion easy and get Thug out. But I'm sure he already has the best lawyers, to be honest. Gunna is no stranger to ATL street politics. As a hoodlum myself, I know this. I know what that means. 883 days since Pink Tape was announced. Yeah. I think we're getting it soon, from the looks of what Uzi's been saying. Although I think that we're going to get Utopia sooner, because the hype for that is crazy. I mean, I've been seeing the posts. Every post that we post of Travis Scott has been going up. So I'm like, damn, y'all really... Actually, I think that the rap game is definitely in need of a Travis Scott or a Uzi or a Cardi or a... I don't know. Who else would apply to like that, like superstar status rapper? I don't think there's many of them. We need somebody who's influential to take over so that the underground finally has some new inspiration to drop, because it's been dry as hell, man. More than my grandma's coochie. A saucy Santana, exactly. We need him to start twerking on us. A$AP Rocky. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything from A$AP Rocky. He's exactly what we were talking about with not Drake level, but he's off starting businesses. He's like a celebrity at this point. He ain't even a rapper. He's in fashion. He probably got $1 million deals pouring out his ears without even dropping music. So why drop the music? Especially when you got Cardi on your label, probably many other people, and you got brands. Like he's probably like an investor in things that we don't even know about. That's the way to really make money. Get the advance from the label, or the checks that you get from music on the back end too, and just pour that into other safer investments. Because honestly, music, it's kind of risky in a way. Like you might get your fat advance up front, but it's hard to recoup sometimes. I don't know, depending on if you take a big advance. Is Cardi on Utopia? I have no idea. I saw somebody saying that on Discord, but again, I'm pretty sure that was Cab, because it was Chris. So everybody, it was Chris. That was the name of that Discord user. But then Red Pines, who is Chris on Twitter, claimed that was not him. So I wouldn't think that that person is credible. Plus, they might just be a troll. Like, it's funny though. I get it, because sometimes I be trusting Discord members too, because that is where a lot of the information is disseminated, if you will. Pause. But we got to realize that you could literally be like, you could change your name to like Playboy Cardi. Obviously we know it's fake if it's Playboy Cardi, but you could like change your name to a more low-key rapper like Sofago, and then say a whole bunch of bullshit and get a bunch of blogs to post it, including myself. Because like, how are we supposed to check it, especially with how elusive these artists are? They're gonna delete it soon after, so it's not like you can really check. And then even when I hit up these artists, like they're all like mysterious. Like they don't even answer when I ask them a question. It's like yes or no. Like they answer every other message, but like, do you have a collab with Cardi? And like they just let it slide because they know that it's gonna get them clout or something. So, but I wouldn't trust. I don't know. We got to do better, man. The Cardi detectives, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but we can't trust everything. Can you even blow up if you don't get signed? I mean, it is hard if you don't have the funds, because it does take a lot of money to like consistently get posted on these blog pages. I'm gonna be real. You need to have like a fat budget, like at least like for one song release, you need like at least 5 to 10K. You need a video budget. You need to get on all the Instagram blogs that are actually like influential in the space, the niche that you're in. Twitter pages, you don't need it, but like playlisting, like it adds up. Like if every page is charging $200-$250 per post, like you can get a bulk deal, but still it's hard. I'm gonna be real. You need to get an investor, but that's just like with any business. I feel like a lot of people forget that music is a business. And so they try to do it from the ground up with zero capital, but you need to invest in yourself. You don't need it. You don't need it. But I'm just saying it is hard. Most people cannot grow like a completely organic fan base. And that's why the ones that do, they blow up because they really know how to like finesse narratives and post things that people are actually interested in. But it's very rare, or at least at the very beginning, you need to get a buzz and then you can start being a little bit more organic. Like every artist, bro, like we even talked about how in a video on the main channel, Yeet, like he got some distribution deals from like Stream Cuts and other labels. And then so he probably used that money to get a little bit of buzz, get some big producers like Filthy or whoever, features from Summers and other Slay World members, or people who are already popping in the SoundCloud era, or like the next one, you know what I'm talking about, on SoundCloud in general. And then now, like, he probably doesn't have to post. I mean, they definitely do marketing campaigns, I know that, but they don't have to pay as much as some of these other artists where they're basically not going to get posted on Instagram or any of these blogs without money. Can made $1 million off merch. Yo, Can is a low key, not even low key. Can is a businessman. You can tell he's about his money. Yeah, he might not be releasing any music, but he already got the clout, so he's just, you know, moving exactly how he should. You don't need, a lot of time music industry is like a lick, right? You get your first money to invest by getting clout, getting a social media presence. You drop a mixtape or an album, get money from the distro deal or like a label, say it's $500K or $1 million. You can do a lot with $1 million that, again, is way less risky than music. Like you can go buy a Popeyes or like go buy a Chick-fil-A. I've always wanted to start a Chick-fil-A or like a Starbucks. And then that brings in revenue every single month. Especially because franchise, I think it's like a super high percentage, like 90%. It might even be higher, that it's going to be a successful business, and it's going to, like, good money too, like at least like 10K a month. And then you don't even have to operate it really. You can hire a manager to do that shit. Whereas music, you still got to be in the studio doing all the clout stunts and whatever, posting on Instagram. Like with the others, with Chick-fil-A, they do all the marketing themselves. You don't need to. And people love Chick-fil-A because you're just using their cookie cutter system. I'm not trying to get into all that though. There's a wait list to do Chick-fil-A franchise. Yeah, I've researched into that. It's actually really hard because they own or like they take a larger percentage than a lot of other franchises, although they pay for like the building. It's not as much of an initial cost, but you have to be like religious. You have to manage the store. You have to be in the store for an allotted time. You can't just be like a passive investor, which I'm not trying to be in Chick-fil-A wearing that uniform every day. No hate towards people who do, but I got other things to do, bro. And I have only one day off on Sunday? No, sir, that ain't me. Yeah, we're ready for Dom Corleo album. We're going to be reacting to that on Friday. How many songs is it? Let me see. It's probably got some good production on there. I think that we posted a while back the credits on there. Let's see. It doesn't say here, but it says featuring Starboy. If you remember, we reacted to Starboy, I want to say like 2 or 3 years. I think it was 2 years ago. It was when I had my desk on the opposite side of this room. And Starboy actually had I think it's King of New York, because I looked it up the other day. And that was a fire song just as a rapper. So he might have produced this track too. Who knows? And then Young KO and Femi Guerrero. We'll see. I don't know who that is, but maybe they're fire. But it's gonna be hard. Dom Corleo, I know a lot of people hate on him because whatever, he's a clone or they don't like his branding or something, but he's hard. He's hard. I don't care. The music is hard.